Hey, what's up guys, SkullTress gaming here. I just finished up a game against Garen, playing as Shen here in League of Legends. I'm gonna go over the laning phase to try to see if I made any mistakes, try to see if I can improve on trading, maybe, you know, understanding what a jungler is, wave management, and things like that. So this is gonna be pretty much what I'm gonna go over here in this video. But if you guys did not see the full game, it should be in my channel in the playlist Mastering Shen as well. It will be titled Shen versus Garen, and it should be about a couple of hours released before this video. So let's go ahead and get to it. I'm gonna go ahead and change out oops, this one here. I want to make sure we get the big camera here. So all right, starting off as Shen, you always want to make sure, let me see if I can pop up the items. Here we go. Want to make sure that you get Thorn Shield and Pot always. That helps you last hit. It gives you the health you need, since Shen does have low health at the beginning of the game, and that does pretty much give you more insurance that you'll be surviving in early game, even though you are pretty strong in early game, but you don't have those defensive stats to stay in lane. So here I go in here, I think I pressed Q late. I think I mentioned in my last video. So let me pause this really quick. So as Shen, if you're not leashing, which hopefully you're not, because if you leash as Shen, it kind of destroys your lead in top lane. If you're not leashing, you want to go ahead and place this sword even further back, because right now this sword is pretty close to your minions and his minions. So you guys, you only have like about this much window between you and the sword, when in realistically, if you have a bigger window, if you put the sword back here, then you have that, that much bigger gap, which means you can place yourself between your sword and the enemy champion a lot easier. Right here I only have like this, range of motion. If it was right here, I could be anywhere, right? And I don't have to be worrying about the enemy being behind my sword because the sword is so far up. But anyways, let's keep going with this. That's one thing that I could improve on. I think as we go through this video though, I did a pretty good job here. Yeah, so that's what you want to do as Shen. You want to Q or shield his Qs and then auto attack him, right? Because that's all he has. See, Q, I messed that up a lot there, and that's because I Q'd too early. Actually, I Q'd too late. So he Q'd me and then I Q'd, which means he hit me and I did not get to shield that damage, but I did get him back with the auto attacks. Just remember, if you're facing Garen level 1, he's usually going to take Q, unless there was some kind of, a gank or something that happened before the minions even got to lane. And whenever he has Q, just make sure you shield it with your Q and then auto attack him maybe once or twice, ideally 3 times, because you have that empowered Qs. But if not, just make sure you auto attack him once or twice. And if he keeps autoing you, just kind of back off. Because you don't want to just try to take short trades against Garen. Make sure you poke him down, poke him down, poke him down, and then hopefully kill him with Ignite. So let's keep going here. So he used his pot here, which is really good for you, since I guess for me, because I did not use pot yet, and that's because of all that poking down. Level 2 is going to come up, so when level 2 comes up, you want to be really aggressive here. And Garen did the right thing here. He kind of backed off a little bit, so that's good. You just want to be aggressive, and then hopefully try to crash the second, I think this is the third wave, there's a second wave into the enemy tower. And then right here, one big mistake that I made, actually I'm not sure if it's big because I was top side here, you'll see here soon, but one mistake that I made was I did not ward. Usually whenever your minions crash into the enemy tower, you want to go ahead and ward here or here, or maybe even further, maybe further, depending on the enemy jungler. But since it's Graves, you know that he can either dash through this wall and come over here, or he can just come over here, or just dash through this wall and just get a regular gank here. So that's one mistake. And actually I need to write this down, make sure that in mind, put it here. The first mistake is sword placement. Second mistake is not Qs, block Qs against Garen. Third mistake is not warding. Okay. Keep going here. Okay. So right here I just see as, and what I want to do is try to harass him as much as I can, because you know he has no pots, and you have a pot, so you're able to take a little bit more damage. Make sure he gets a little bit low. Here on that spin, I'm slowing it down here a bit. In that spin, I think I took too much damage there. I should have backed off earlier, but I guess it didn't really matter that much. Right there, that was a good taunt. All right, I'm gonna pause it. I'm gonna back a little bit to make sure we understand why I did that. So I know he's kind of hurting because his farm's not looking too good. I mean, my farm's not bad either. I mean, not good either, but I'm trying to deny him minions here. Here's before that. And I see this cannon, right? I always try to bait the cannon. Is that what's the cannon? Yeah, the K cannon. Whenever he goes cannon, especially since he's used his Q on the canyon minion, you know that he's not going to be able to use it on you. So that's why I kind of went in and make sure I get a little bit more harassed. And then he popped his shield. I try to back off here, I believe. Just back off. Yeah, he popped his shield. That's good. That's a 24-second cooldown. But if he tries to come up again, you can potentially kill him, especially because you have Ignite as Shen here top. But then look, I see Vi here. So I'm maybe more aggressive here, thinking that okay, Vi's here, she can cover up if Graves comes. As you can see, Graves is chilling here, waiting for me to do something stupid, which I was about to. As you see here, I went in deep because Vi was here in top lane, and we knew that well, we didn't know where Graves was, but if something happened, Vi was close enough, and because Vi was here chilling for I don't know a couple of seconds, and I was pretty pushed up into the enemy tower, and Graves didn't show up. You know, I had probably the same thought Vi did, where she was like, okay, Graves not going to show up, she's not going to counter gank, so she's going to go ahead and farm up and stop wasting time. But we saw Graves here when, you know, a couple seconds later we saw that Graves did show up, and then what I did was I just tried to run to Vi here, block some damage, I QW to make sure that I don't take too much damage. And then one smart thing that I did here, which you'll see, was I taunted Graves back towards Vi, because I know I can kill Garen. He has no pots, I still have a pot, and I have Ignite, right? He doesn't have Ignite, he has TP. So 1v1 I'll kill Garen, which means once we kill Garen, or you know, kill him myself, Vi and I can go ahead and kill Graves, or at least should be able to kill Graves. So I'm gonna go pass it and you guys can see what happens. Slow-mo, QW, make sure I'm blocking damage, block, and then I E'd Graves into our team. I ignited Graves thinking we can kill him, but I don't think it was enough here. I think he survives with 5 HP. Holy shit. So he got pretty good, lucky there. Regardless, that's how that gank won. And then right here, one mistake, Vi is just chilling, or not chilling, but she's moving out of the way, right? She's moving down here. But what I should have done was, hey Vi, help me clear these minions, because Shen is a really bad wave pusher. He takes forever to push the wave and crash the waves into the enemy tower. But what you can do is always pick your jungler after a gank or after you guys kill top lane and say, hey, help me push this to the enemy tower. That way you have more time to go back and buy, and the enemy loses more minions because the minions are under the tower a lot longer. So that's another thing that I need to do more often. It was only 3 minions here, which wasn't too bad, but you know, it could have been the difference between 1 or 2 minions that he would have missed. You know, just want to make sure you take advantage of every little thing. And here I went back and got the 2 ruby crystals. Again, ruby crystals are really good in Shen, specifically for the first back, because Shen has really low health. And then not only that, but it works really well with his kit and his runes, with shield bash, health regen, and overall his damage with his Q. So we know that he only gets a before I go into lane, I do see in the game that he does not have any pots, right? He only has a ruby crystal as well. I have 2 ruby crystals in a pot, so that means that if I keep harassing him and keep poking him down like I have been in the past, technically, yeah, he can regen with his passive. But if you constantly auto attack him or become more aggressive, there's no way that he should be regen as much health as you, because you have a pot. So you have a big advantage there. Plus you have an additional 150 health. So you should kind of, as what I did here, I kind of just pressured him really hard to make sure that he was not just chilling and trying to help out his team. So here we attack under tower. If you have any questions about how did the last hit on our tower, let me know. I haven't really covered that at all, but that's something we can do. So just let me know in the comments below. So here, I taunt him. I'm a bit stronger than him. Even with his W here, I kept attacking him because I was doing pretty good damage. And then I go back, right? He uses... That was good. Again, good. I blocked his Q with my Q and then auto attacked him, and then he ran away. He should run away after that because I could just auto attack him to death. And that's pretty much the name of the game here. Since I'm so ahead, let's back that up real quick. So right here as Shen, you have to realize that you're pretty strong, and this comes with experience, right? When he's half health or less than half health, level 5, you're level 5 full health, you have pot, you have everything, and you have flash. I think we knew that he didn't have flash because when he got killed with Vi, he flashed out and Vi flashed after him. So we had a summoner spell advantage. So when you have an advantage, you got to keep pushing your advantages, right? So because you had flash and he didn't, if you poke him down hard enough, flash on top of him and kill him, that's another huge advantage. So let's do that, see what happens here. So he's pretty behind, so he's playing scared, but he didn't play far enough. So I still taunted him, Q, 2 auto attacks, 3 auto attacks, and then that last 4th one was enough to kill him. And ideally, once you kill the enemy top laner, you want to push as fast as you can and crash your wave into the enemy's turret so that they miss they miss CS, and then they miss experience and money, right? But because Shen's such a slow pusher, I don't think I was able to get there quite as fast as I wanted. I did get it eventually, and then I greeted here for some plates. I'm not sure if it was a good call or not, because as you can see here, if Graves was, he's level 4. If Graves was actually like a normal, he didn't get screwed early on and he was in regular level, he potentially could have gone, come down here, ganked me as Garen was coming in here. Even though I'm level 6, right? Yeah, I'm a level ahead of Garen, but my level 6 does nothing in lane, so you have to keep that in mind, right? So Garen's level 6 will destroy me. Graves was a bit higher level, between both of them, potentially I would die here if Graves wasn't so low and if they actually committed to this, but they did not commit. They won't go ahead. I got one play and I got out of there. He has to kill all these minions, and I have a lot of money. I'm pretty sure I had a lot of money in the bank here. So I got 2 long swords, which ideally you want to try to get the team at as soon as you can, so you can have better wave clear and help your teammates with your ultis. So as you walk up to lane in the laning phase, if you have ulti, do not E to your lane, which is good. I'm not Eing here. And you have to make sure that you're looking at all of your opponents to make sure that you're not missing an ult opportunity at all, right? So here he has more minions than I do, so you're kind of just chilling, waiting until the wave kind of crash into your turret, or not crash, try to freeze it here. Ideally you want to freeze the wave here, so you have full control of the wave and know when to go in, when to not go in, and just deny more minions and money from the enemy. So we're just so I guess he pushed me in and did not freeze it here. Obviously you don't know that Graves is here, so I'm not too worried anyway, since I'm pretty ahead of Garen. So we just kind of last hit, try to harass him. So that was a misplay of me, but I guess it worked out since I'm pretty ahead. So here, I feel like there was something going on here, because he kept going out to me and I, not doing much. So I didn't want to taunt, so I was just trying to harass him with my Qs, harass him with my auto attacks. He used everything there, and then Graves popped up. What you want to do is just pretty much E out. You know, that's what I did, and they can't really do too much to you, especially Graves and Garen. Garen's behind. Graves is, you know, is behind as well, but they don't really have a good diving comp against Shen. You know, if it was Kane, Kindred, you know, something that can dive you pretty good, I'll be a bit more scared, but I wasn't. So I just kind of played it safe because I knew Graves was top lane. So you kind of play it safe. I'm not taunting him at all. I'm just playing it safe, last hitting, specifically because my wave's pushing towards him. I don't want to do anything stupid, because if my wave's pushing towards him, I'm in a more volatile area. I have to be past the halfway mark of the map. And then now I see that Graves was taking Rift, so I kind of just take a chill pill and just last hit here, not knowing if Graves was going to come top and gank or not. So I didn't do anything crazy here. I'm not even trying to push the wave here, but I think I should have. I probably should have pushed the wave so you can crash it. Seeing that Vi was in their jungler, attacking Graves here. So that's pretty much the laning phase. You know, just block his Qs with your Qs or with your shield. Make sure you auto attacking after that, and then whenever he tries to come and attack you after that, or long trades, just back off. You remember, when he has his W up, you do a lot less damage to him, so it's not worth for you to trade, especially in the early game, or if he's ahead. So yeah, it's just pretty simple here. Just make sure you block his Qs with your shield. And then right here, we got too comfortable here. I thought we could take him on. I should have ulted Vi right here, but I did not do any of that, because I thought we could kill him, and then Garen with his TB comes and kind of finishes the fight. I could have flashed and auto attacked him there as well. So that's just me being bad right there. I could have done two things that I didn't do. One, ult Vi so she didn't die from when Graves flash. I could potentially got us that kill. Or second, flash after Graves when I knew I was dead, just to get that one last auto attack and kill him. But that didn't happen. So let's fast forward here, in case we can't really do much when I'm dead. He does get some plates, which kind of, you know, helps him out. And again, I'm not Eing at all when I'm coming to lane, because of we just have ulti up. So see here, my friend's fighting. I ult a Zed and then immediately taunt right here. Immediately taunt. That's why you want to save E if you're walking to lane and have ulti up. So we got a kill here. My wave is in a really bad spot, so I go straight top. I try to go straight top here because I am losing minions as I'm walking up. The good thing is that Garen pushed the wave, so that helps me a lot. And then right here, for some reason, he thought he could still kill me. So once you get Titanic Hydra, which is right here, Titanic Hydra is a huge power spike for Shen, right? Once you have that, that's pretty much your core, right? Once that's your damage, that's all the everything you need pretty much for his kit. After this, you pretty much build tank. So once you have this, you're pretty powerful, and I guess Garen didn't realize that. Garen didn't respect that. I mean, Garen doesn't even have an item, right? He's building Merc Treads. He has a phage, but that's about it, right? And I have a full Hydra under my belt. So this is what happens here. He tries to be a bit too greedy, and then I pretty much just kill him here. After this, though, he's just way too cocky here to watch that. So he gets in here. So we know that he did not use his, he already used his W on the last trade, right? So he doesn't have W, which is huge, because that, you know, negates a lot of damage. But because he doesn't have that, I'm okay with taking this trade and potentially kill him. And as you can see here, like, he's barely doing any damage to me. You know, I'm just destroying him at this point. So it's no big deal. And then I did see Graves come up. Now, I thought I could take him, but I didn't want to risk it, because I just felt like, you know, I'm just way too ahead to even throw my lead, right? So I just walked away here, you know. Yeah, so he tried to get on me. I just eat out. Wave's pushing to me, so I have nothing to lose here. Oh yeah, and then he does Rift here for some reason, and you'll see what happens. So I knew I could kill him, but I didn't want to go in there. But he made a mistake of coming into me, so he gets the Rift, and then look at this. He gets way too close to me. Taunt, W, Q, ignite. He's dead. So you know, and you gotta dab on these guys. Gotta dab on them. But yeah, you never want to do that, especially against a fetch Shen with ignite with Titanic Hydra. That's the most, you know, it's a super powerful spike. So that's what happens there. Got the kills. I went back, bought my items, and then I think we go back. Is there ulti that I can take? No. So one thing here that I did, I think that was pretty good of me, was go mid. It took me a while, but I did go mid. And the reason why I went mid, because Zed and Vi were top lane, right? So you don't want to waste this this farm if they never come down. And then Zed right here, he went really hard, and I felt like, okay, you know, 6-1 Vi, 3-0 Zed, and he's going in hard. The bot lane's not doing so hot, mid lane's not doing so hot, so I think we can take him on. So I actually ulted him here early so that I can get on top of him, and then we can get some kills here. I taunted all three of them, which was huge. You know, make sure that we get enough time for Vi to get in here. We killed 2 people before Vi got there, and then we do end up killing Graves here as well. Yeah, so we killed all 4 of them with just pretty much 2 people, 2.5 people, because I say Vi was not there until the last 2. So that was a really good ult of me. That was a really good read, and it takes some experience to kind of read that when it says going into a team of 4 people, you kind of like, okay, well, obviously he's strong, right? He's 3-0. Obviously he wants to fight, and you have your ult up, and you're strong as well. So it just makes a pretty good combo sometimes, just to go ahead and ulti early, go ulti aggressively, so that they get the shield and you absorb some of that damage with your shield. As you come in, you go ahead and taunt them, Q, W, make sure you prevent some damage there, and then hopefully to kill them as you're going in. And with the help of Seth, that worked out pretty well in buy. And what I did there, that's pretty much the end of the laning phase, so I'm going to stop it there. But what I did there was I realized that, let me back up here. I realized that after this fight, you know, after we killed these guys, the tower bot, I guess I go back more, the tower bot was still up, minions were pushing to it, and it's pretty low, so I went ahead and just dabbed on them a little bit, and then I got the tower, because again, tower is an objective. An objective gives you money and you know, an advantage over your teammates. So I did that, got the tower, got one more wave, and then backed up. You don't want to be too far up, especially after they respawn, because they could probably just go ahead and kill you, right? Because League of Legends is a tempo game. It's, you know, you kill them, you know, you don't have your ult, you don't have ignite, whatever you kill them with, you kind of want to back up until you get that ult, you get that ignite, you get those summoner spells or the, you know, the better items, and go back and shop after you kill them, get the better items, and then go ahead and after it. So it's just kind of like a tempo back and forth, back and forth. You can't be aggressive all the time, or else you're gonna die. You're gonna give the enemy money, and the enemy, you're gonna give the enemy their advantage back that you took from them. So that's pretty much the end of the laning phase. After this, the overall game is seen in my other video. If you want to keep watching this, if you want to see what happens next, how I got 7 kills, I think I'm at 5-1 right now, so how I got 2 more kills and more assists. So let me know what you guys think of this review. I know I made a couple of mistakes. First of all, my sword placement. Second of all, not avoiding his Qs with my Qs. I think I missed a couple of them. So if I want to improve, I need to make sure that I hit all of them, or negate all of that damage with my shield in laning phase. Third one is warding. Did not ward here around the 3-minute mark, or whenever I crash those minions into the enemy tower. Last one is pushing, having my jungler pushed with me after you get a kill or a gank off. So yep, let me know if you guys find any more mistakes, or if you guys think I should have done something else differently, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.